children, low-income families, and single parents. 3. Timely and efficient medical attention. Long wait times and delayed treatments often result in worsened health outcomes. With the NHI, patients will receive timely care, preventing complications and reducing the strain on our already burdened healthcare system. Number 4, it will focus on preventative care. Preventative healthcare reduces long-term costs and improves quality of life. The NHI will cover preventative services such as routine checkups, screenings, immunizations, and health education programs to promote healthier lifestyles and reduce the prevalence of chronic lifestyle diseases. Number 5, strengthening the healthcare system. The NHI will provide the financial stability needed to upgrade medical facilities, invest in modern equipment, and improve the working conditions of healthcare professionals. This will enhance the overall quality of healthcare services across the island. And 6, peace of mind for all St. Lucians. Knowing that quality healthcare is always within reach and accessible provides a sense of security. Families will no longer live in fear of medical emergencies they cannot afford, and every child will have the opportunity to grow up healthy and strong. With the United Workers' Party, St. Lucians will certainly have a healthier future. The United Workers' Party has a proven track record of investing in St. Lucia's health sector, from improving hospital infrastructure to increasing the availability of medical resources. Our vision for St. Lucia includes a robust healthcare system where no citizen is left to suffer due to lack of accessibility or affordability. The abandonment of the NHI by the SLP was a betrayal of the people's trust, but under the United Workers' Party, we will restore this critical program because we believe in a St. Lucia where healthcare is accessible, affordable, and reliable for every citizen. When you vote for the United Workers' Party, you are voting for a healthier, stronger, and more secure St. Lucia. Your health is our priority, and we will deliver. A United Workers' Party government plans to change this situation. This crisis demands more than just words. It requires leadership action and solutions. As a government, we will take decisive steps to restore law and order, provide opportunities for our people, and take our communities back from crime and violence. We will do the following. 1, empowering our youth with after-school and weekend programs. We will introduce holistic after-school and weekend programs that keep our youth engaged in sports, music, technology, and vocational training, providing positive alternatives to crime and idleness. Number 2, creating more economic opportunities. Many of our young men turn to crime due to lack of employment, and so we will work to ensure that we provide support to small businesses, create more entrepreneurial opportunities, and provide them with training programs to help individuals become more self-sufficient. 3, we will improve access to affordable housing. We believe that poor living conditions contribute to crime, and we will upgrade and develop affordable housing to provide solutions so that families can live in safer, more stable environments. 4, we will use technology to fight crime. We will invest in CCTV surveillance networks, smart street lighting, and crime detecting technology to help deter and solve crimes more efficiently. 5, revitalizing sports and community development. We will introduce and upgrade sports facilities across the island and organize regular sporting competitions to keep our young men engaged in structured activities instead of turning to crime. And I say this given the fact that the opportunity for this to take place has been eroded by the squandering of the funds that should be used for youth and sporting activities from the National Lottery after guaranteeing a loan of $80 million and having the National Lottery to finance that loan with $80,000 monthly, leaving absolutely no resources to provide for those programs for young people. We will introduce youth rehabilitation and second chance programs. We will introduce rehabilitation programs for at-risk youth and for first-time offenders, giving them a chance to turn their lives around through education, skills training, and mentorship.
Because you must understand that St. Lucia had no new investments for a very long time, And these things are a fact, the verifiable fact, as I always say. There was no new investment in this country from 2016, 2017.
Prime Minister Philippe J. Pierre continues to push the false narrative that between 2016 and 2021, there were no new investments in St. Lucia under the United Workers' Party. But the results and facts are clear. While the world battled a global pandemic, the UWP was hard at work laying the foundation for economic growth, creating real jobs, and attracting major investments that began to transform our economy. Projects like Cabot St. Lucia, the DSH Pearl of the Caribbean, ITEL BPO, and Ojo Labs created thousands of job opportunities for young people and professionals. We welcomed Inter-Caribbean Airways, while Digicel's OECS headquarters opened up. A group of investors also began construction of the Courtyard Marriott at Point Seraphine, further boosting investor confidence. Serenity at Coconut Bay was delivered, alongside the opening of Bellevue Hotel and the Harbor Club. Another investment is the state-of-the-art IAMJet private jet facility, which was built in Vieux Fort. We even signed a historic agreement with Royal Caribbean, Carnival Cruise Line, and MSC to develop a cruise home port in Vieux Fort, a game changer for tourism and job creation in the South. And let's not forget the Orange Grove Plaza in Bois d'Auge and the proposed Sanders La Sousse 380-suite resort, a world-class development that was tragically derailed by political interference from SLP operatives, robbing St. Lucians of hundreds of jobs and millions in economic benefits. Ironically, many of these same projects were opposed by Philip J.P. and the SLP while they were in opposition. Yet today, they enjoy the benefits and take credit for the progress they once tried to block. So don't be fooled by the spin. The truth is this: the United Workers' Party delivered. We built, we attracted investment, we created opportunities. And we did it while navigating one of the toughest global crises in recent history. The facts are clear and the evidence is everywhere. The United Workers' Party delivers. Philippe J. Pierre is just trying to rewrite history as usual. Pierre, Pabo.
Jeremiah Norbert and his desperate labor comrades want you to believe that little was done in Micoud North under the UWP from 2016, despite the clear evidence all around. Even with a 2-year disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, the UWP laid the foundation and began the transformation of Micoud North in a way the constituency had never seen before. We built the new Micoud Wellness Center, upgraded the Micoud playing field, built the new Micoud Early Childhood Development Center, constructed a smart block for the Micoud Secondary School. We also built the new Micoud Market, which the SLP has abandoned for the last 4 years. We constructed 2 community parks, one in New Extension Micoud and one in Monrepo. We completely rehabilitated the Micoud Village Main Road. We also completely rehabilitated the Monrepo Community Road. We rehabilitated the Prale Community Center, constructed numerous community roads, including Hillview Road, Sesendescat Drive, Wen Road, New Extension Micoud Roads, Grass Street, and the St. Marie Road. Hundreds of students benefited from scholarships and school bursaries. We also rehabilitated the Micoud village public laundry by the sea. We constructed a new wing at the Monrepo Pasias Combined School and gave the fishermen of Prale a new home. Residents of Micoud also had the benefit of free wireless internet in parts of the constituency. The United Workers' Party delivered for Micoud North, and we're committed to doing it again. Vote Elisha Norbert and the UWP to right the wrongs in Micoud North.
Malwat! Why them Lucians so make them this?
Suipui, some 2.5% HCSL thing is a tax vibe.
So what that have to do with people getting meg? But just now, to me them people paying VAT already.
Exactly. The tax is calculated on the cost of goods, so one time the price go increase, Kuma. The Lucians end up paying more than 15%.
Mama!
Gasa, just imagine $100 go buy less groceries. People getting poor. Things like rent and utility bills go also increase, Gasa.
Real Malawi vibey?
All them things the people doing to stay healthy, like gym, healthy eating, and safety and security, go be harder to get because people ain't have money.
Partner, if them people ain't have enough money, they ain't go have leftover food for us to eat. The bins go be empty. Wow!
Things real happening to them Lucians. Look out for us again soon. We go show you all more.
St. Lucia is at a crossroads. Mismanagement, incompetence, and rising crime under the Philip J. Pierre administration have left us all struggling. But under Alan Chasney's leadership, our country flourished. Taxes were lowered, 17 health centers were upgraded, the OKE hospital opened, over $12 million in hospital bills were wiped clean, lifting a burden off of our people. Construction of the state-of-the-art St. Jude Hospital began. The forensic lab was reopened. Homicides were 25% lower than they are today. New schools were built, 30% of our roads rehabilitated, and sports facilities across the country received major upgrades, empowering our youth. He successfully led us through the COVID-19 pandemic, winning global recognition for St. Lucia's top care management. Alan Chasney, strong leadership to save our St. Lucia.
Life in St. Lucia has become unbearable. Every day, we feel the crushing weight of a government that's out of touch with the struggles of its people. They've collected millions in taxes on fuel, leaving us paying more for gasoline, cooking gas, kerosene, and diesel. And as if that wasn't enough, the Health and Security Levy has made everything more expensive, adding an additional 2.5% to the cost of goods and services. Bus fares have gone up, bread costs more, electricity, water, food, internet, even your mobile credit, it all costs more. For many St. Lucians, their paychecks don't stretch like they used to. Meanwhile, the government has reduced subsidies on flour, making basic necessities harder to afford. And while they raise prices on you, they've removed 700 people from the public assistance list, leaving our most vulnerable families with no support. St. Lucia is paying the price for a government that refuses to care. How much more can we take? How many more sacrifices must we make while they mismanage our country's finances? It's time to fight back, to stand up for our families, our future, and our country. No more excuses, no more broken promises. We can't afford to stay silent. The high cost of living is suffocating us, but together we can make our voices heard. St. Lucia deserves better. Pierre Pabo.
Senator Lisa Joahir, who also serves as the communications director for the St. Lucia Labour Party, continues to blatantly lie and deceive St. Lucians. In a recent press brief,
Thank you very much, and I'd like to ask that you please remain standing, as at this point I will call on Mr. Giovanni Moses, who will lead us in prayer.
Welcome, everybody. Bienvenue tout le monde. I've given the honor to lead you all in the prayers, so I would like everybody to put themselves in the presence of our God, your God, Mother, Father God. Those who are Catholic, sign yourself. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day called Sunday. We thank you for the privilege you have given us to assemble here this evening in this prestigious forum. As we gathered here to discuss matters of great concern to us, I ask you to bless the heart of every speaker, the moderator, and all those participants who are here tonight to hear what is have to be said. May you give us the strength to defend the right. And I ask you, Lord God, to shower your blessings on all those who are making their way here to be part of this beautiful gathering. So I ask you, Lord God, to bless every one of us, every single soul, and give us the strength to say what we have to say. And I ask you, Lord God, to bless us as we move forward to do what is right. In your precious name we do pray. Amen. Let the church say amen again. Amen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moses. Ladies and gentlemen, as we usually do, I would like to take a moment to pay tribute and to express condolences to some members of the Flabo family and members of the Soufriere community who have recently passed away. I would like to first mention Miss Petra Prosper, mother of Claudia Antoine and member of our Flabo family. May she rest in peace. I would also like to mention Mr. Anthony Cox, and that is an 18-year-old who became a murder victim here in this constituency recently. Our condolences and prayers go out to their families and friends. I also want to remember the Charles family of Rabot on the passing of their sister and daughter, Joan Dovey. May their souls rest in peace. Yeah. Okay, we have one more person we'd like to mention. That is Stella Octave's family. Our condolences go out to them. Again, may the souls of the departed rest in peace. And ladies and gentlemen, we also observe birthdays. We don't have any birthdays in the hall as far as I know. But I want to acknowledge a lady who is in the diaspora who religiously listens to every single Flabo program, and I know she is listening right now. I would like to shout out a very happy birthday to Carmen McGowan in New York, who is celebrating her birthday today. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you that we are in Sulphur City. And we have not given you a Sulphur City welcome as yet. So to do so, we must get someone from Sulphur City. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call on the chairman of the Soufriere Fonse Jacques branch, Mr. Dylan Alsey, who will be delivering the welcome address to you.
I fix my heart beyond the skies. Though eyes may fail to understand, I hold the promise of his hand. His truth will...
Good evening, brothers and sisters. Good evening, brothers and sisters. Friends, family, members, supporters, here at home and across the diaspora. Excuse me. On behalf of the Soufriere Forces Jacques constituency branch, I welcome each and every one of you to our Sunday Live. It is a joy to see familiar faces, new faces, and those joining us online. As a young chairman, I know I'm standing on the shoulders of many. To our faithful branch members, to the stalwarts, the pillars who laid the foundation, and to the women's arm who keeps things steady, you carried this movement through with your strength and with your love, and I appreciate all of you. Politics is often about comparing records. And when you look at the work of our candidate, Herod Stanislas, the difference speaks for itself. Oh, yes. Herod has brought tangible results to our constituency, better roads, improved services, and projects that touch the lives of our people daily. Herod Stanislas is what real representation looks like. And that is why we are proud as a branch and as a community, as a constituency, to stand proudly behind Mr. Stanislas at the upcoming general election. To our youth, too often politics seem distant. But the truth is, politics is about you. The future of this constituency and this country will soon rest in your hands. Don't sit on the sidelines. Get involved. Bring your energy, bring your ideas, bring your vision. The change that we want starts with you. As we look ahead to the campaign, let's keep it positive. Let's put aside personal differences and stay focused on what matters most. Progress, development, and most important, proven leadership. Herod has shown he can deliver, and now it's up to us to give him the support he needs to continue building the foundation that he started. So today, let's enjoy the Sunday Live as a family. Let's celebrate our achievements, and let's look forward with hope and confidence that the best is yet to come for Soufriere Forces Jacques. Thank you. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alsey. Ladies and gentlemen, the chairman of the Soufriere Forces Jacques constituency branch. And right now, I'd like to call on a community leader from Soufriere who will present the first address, and that is none other than Mr. Jacques Mitchell, who will address you.
To think stupid, so they want us to feel stupid. That's how they want us to be. Hey, 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 hey.
Mamai Flambeau, good night. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Soufrierians, my friends, my lovely community of Chateau Bel Air, I say good night. It's a really honor to stand before you as a proud supporter of Herod Stanislas and the United Workers' Party, the party that truly understands Soufriere. My people, my name is Jacques. I am a businessman, a son of Chateau Bel Air. And tonight, I'm here to speak to you about the past, the present, and our future. For many years, I supported the Labour Party. But in 2011, when I met Alan, he changed my mind and my heart. When Alan became the UWP candidate for Soufriere Fonse Jacques, I said he's changed my heart and my mind. He inspired me and many young persons from Soufriere. He told us that Soufriere could be the tourism mecca of the Caribbean. He made us understand that we did not have to depend on a politician for donation. He made us understand that we can depend on our own. He gave us some great advice. And from then on, I became a UWP. My Soufrierians, I have learned a lot. And I have learned to fish. Instead of being given a fish, I was taught how to fish. And that is what I want for the future, that we can build together. So we all can fish and take care of our family. Send them to college. Send them to university. So we do not have to depend on a politician. We have learned a lot. I'm asking today, I want my Soufrierians to look around you. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. All I see is Harold Stanislas under the leadership of Alan Michael Shaste, UWP. The only party that have Soufriere in the best interest. And I'm tired of being quiet. I am tired. And tonight I came out to speak out. And I will want the young people, my people of Soufriere, to join the train. Because that train is leading to victory. And this train is the right train. We look at my good friend Dalsa. My good friend Dalsa. My best friend Walter. Now we look at Emma. Soufriere, what do you see? In all those years, what do you see? The one term that Harold Stanislas has represented us in Soufriere. He has delivered. He has changed the face of Soufriere. And I'm proud to say today, I stand firm with Harold Stanislas. Under the leadership. No. The St. Lucian. Alan Michael Shaste. And tonight, I want to send a message out to my Soufriere people. Look around you. Look around you. Tell me what you see. What do you see? We are sending a message out there. We are tired of the white envelopes. We need jobs. We need jobs. We need jobs. And my youth, my young people of Soufriere, qui grand, qui jeune, qui tout manoye, there is room for you on the train. There is room for you on the train. And in closing, I want to say to Emma Hippolyte, do not get it twisted. because Herod is coming home. Herod Stanislas is coming home. I thank you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard from Jacques that Herod is coming home. Do not give me a fish, but teach me how to fish so I can catch my own fish. We do not want to depend on politicians. So tell Emma Hippolyte, or should I say Emma Hypocrite, tell her the days of voucher politics are over. Soufriere deserves better. Soufriere deserves more. So, don't have the people continuously depending on you to give them vouchers and hampers. Give them jobs. Give them a future. Let them be in a position to fend for themselves and provide for their family. You heard what the young man said. That is what the United Workers' Party and Herod Stanislas will provide to you here in Soufriere. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call on another community leader to address you. But before I do, let me just say this. You know, during the week I said a few things about the police. And some people called me to ask me if I'm against the police. I'll never be against the police. I'm not against the police. But when the police high command is forming the fool, we have to speak out as St. Lucians. Oh, unlike my, oh yes. Vous savez ça qui fait manière pour dire encore about police avant you shoot. Qui manière you shoot? Ladies and gentlemen, let me call on an individual from this constituency who will address you. And he knows something about what I'm talking about. But that's not what he's coming to address you on tonight. He's coming to address you on the plight of Soufrierians and the future that you have with the United Workers' Party, Alan Chasney and Herod Stanislas. So please welcome Mr. Angus Jean-Baptiste, who will address you now.
The devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. DJ, introduce that properly for me. Gypsy. The devil have a hand in running the land. The people didn't hear that. Go again.
We fire God from the job and if he walk to the earth, man, the devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a hand in running the land. The devil have a understand.
All right, thank you. Good evening. Supporters of the United Workers' Party, everybody who's within hearing what I'm about to speak about tonight. I bid you welcome. I want to speak tonight to the people who have not understood how necessary it is to get rid of that dummy, Philip Pierre, at the helm of St. Lucia. St. Lucia is a proud island in the Caribbean, a proud country in the world. Our passports are now tarnished under Pierre, accommodated by Healy and the gang. We are now behind in development. Today, St. Vincent wants to laugh at us when it comes to an airport. And I remember as a little boy, when I think it was Father Garcia, and I heard they say in airport, the jumbo jet land. That's in the 70s. St. Vincent just built an airport in 2007 or thereabouts. And they want to now come and try and overtake us. Is that right? And all we did is a mistake of letting labor interfere in our development. That's all we did. That is why the UWP is saying, right the simple. I want to enlighten you on some matters affecting Soufriere and, of course, by extension, St. Lucia. Over the past 3 years or so, we have witnessed the interruption in the work started by Herod Stanislas. His work has been interrupted for 3 years. That's to show you how behind that can put us. 4 years, 3 years. And that is work started by Herod Stanislas with the assistance of Alan Chasney. And I deliberately say Alan Chasney to accommodate the national realization that is effectively taking St. Lucia by storm, that the Labour Party lied on this man. That Labour fait un châillement change contre Chasney pour entrer en gouvernement. Et nous avons payé pour ça aujourd'hui. And then we wake up every morning realizing the truth. You can hear it on the radio, you can hear it on the TV show, that St. Lucia is now realizing that a dreadful mistake was made. Pas mettez les bas en affaire nous. And I'm telling you, Philippe Pierre, and Philippe Pierre, I'm speaking to you now. And I am telling you, Pierre, you should have called that election April 2025. Right now, it's too late. Whenever you call it, we will win. Pierre, you are confused. Your hands are tied. Your legs are tied. Your whole body is tied. You cannot call the election. You cannot call it, but you will have to. And every morning and every day, you wake up, you and your people just talk shit on the radio. Every time you open your mouth, is nonsense you're saying to the world. Not just to St. Lucia, to the world. Because every time you open your mouth, it's on the internet. You are not a policeman, your father was a policeman. The country has crime. Pierre, I am still talking to you directly. You don't solve crime with new motor car, a new machine, and bullet vests. You don't. And may I advise you, to assist in crime, you need intelligence. You need public trust in the police. You need proper canvassing of the neighborhoods when a crime happens. These things don't cost money. You need, of course, you can't wake up Tyson, but you need about 4 more Tysons the way things are going on here. And one of the key reasons why I can say that, Pierre, I'm still talking to you, that you are going to lose this election. Pierre, I am talking to you. You have too many seats that are in trouble. You have Central Castries is a seat which is in trouble. Babono is in trouble. Grosville is in trouble. And I'm talking to the St. Lucians now. Continue the thinking. And you look at all the seats that are in trouble. And I'll still help you. Soufriere is in trouble. The Denrys, you're in trouble. Pierre, you better be careful in Labrie. And you know what I just did there? You know what I just did there? I have already given you 9 seats. And all we need to win this election is 9 seats. I have already given you 9 seats. And I am holding back. And I'm telling you, Castries East is in trouble. So when you think you're going to come down and think you all stand a chance, think twice. St. Lucia, I am not pleased to report that over the past 4 years, Soufriere from St. Jacques, my birthplace, has suffered tremendous hindrance in the road to progress. The unfortunate allowance of labor to interfere in the mishandling of this mold. When I say this mold, on parle pas d'un moule. Là on y a un moule. On y a un moule l'argent, on y a un moule qui a fait bloc. Soufriere c'est un moule. Moule en famine, moule en tourisme, moule en monde qui a ambition. Ça c'est un moule. Et puis nous la j'ai moule là à dans vieux la main. You see, n'a changé, il monte élection qui dit, she will make Soufriere green. Emma Soufriere is bluer than blue. Bluer than blue. Herod is the only light this place has ever had. Life with Emma has been bluer than blue, bluer than blue. You know, I'm saying we have seen the mass victimization in the Soufriere Foundation. When you tell me at one time you can let 30 people go, 30 families to feed, you let that go. You let these people go out of discrimination. I remember when we were in office, every week there was the business of the foundation all over the world. Every week. These days you don't hear a thing. And Labour want to talk about transparency. I rather when Herod is there and I'm hearing something from the foundation every week than that secret Emma is keeping. Because she has already told us she's a secret lady. That is why when we asked her about DSH, she said it's a they have DFH, GZH, GDH, PTH, Passport H, this H, that H. I'm talking about one H there now. Let me go to my H I always know. It's easier for me. Herod. That's my H. So forget all the DSH and DCH and all these H. I'm looking for one H here now. But anyway, now that we have sort of taken care of these H's and gotten the right one, I want to say that when Emma was asked about, tell me, GPA, oh y'all know, y'all following, eh? When Emma was asked about GPA, she said it's a secret. Now Emma has another big secret going on in Soufriere. It is called the Town Hall secret. I remember when Herod left on the table a proposal for a developer to put X amount of money towards building the town hall, and then it would be rented by government for 20 years, and after which government would purchase it. Herod left that on the table. I don't know where Emma see that and she pick it up. She just go and mash up the town hall. Now what I'm saying, when you're doing something like that, a building that has so much history, no little ceremony, nothing. Grand Max play there, Rebuffs play there, True Tones play there, John Wayne shoot people on the screen there. What I'm saying is that the thing is, when you do these things, there is a billboard that says On that date will be demolition. On that date will commence the project. That will be the engineer. Planning has approved. This is where the money is coming from. Not a word, not a word, not a word. Emma, you're not fooling me around too long. You are trying to show that you are going to do something in Soufriere as you have done nothing. Government is supposed to develop infrastructure. Government is supposed to maintain public utilities. Government is supposed to facilitate commerce. Emma has done none of that in Soufriere. I remember everybody talking, and it's a favorite thing the Labour Party have saying. Herod Chwe Cricket Soufriere. That state-of-the-art stadium. Herod ba football stadium. Ini kuwi aden, ini show aden. Then ba on go placement pour mettre cricket là, bon ça fait toujours. Ou pas ça fait cricket placement, il ba ou toujours j'ai acheté pour faire. Pas même ça ou ça fait. And you come in and drop all kind of garbage there. Maka même dit c'est ba là. Tout garbage ville là c'est là il a là présent. Il a fait football là, fait cricket là, il fait cricket là. But you know what? You'll not have time to do it. So Herod will have to do the cricket for us. Likewise, I want to say that every time Piers, when last, I can have me six. I just have so much things to say. Oh, Emma Palace, Emma more. The thing about it is that Philip Pierre had in his mind to follow the trend. There is a new trend in the Caribbean now that you call elections way ahead of time. So instead of spending 5 years, you spend 8. So Barbados, it worked. Certain other places it worked. When it comes to St. Lucia, it cannot work. The reason it cannot work is because Pierre was not able to put this country in a viable economic situation or position to be able to do capital. Building the building does not give you better health care. The other systems that accommodate that structure has to be in place. Properly trained staff. Yes, you're going to have equipment which a contractor is going to bring in. I don't see how a contractor can bring in equipment for a hospital where the knowledge comes from. New equipment now, you need qualified personnel to operate them. So even if you have a new building, well painted, and I do not know how to operate the machine, you know what it's going to cause? More deaths. Prolonged sickness. Worse situations. So all St. Lucians who are thinking that should Pierre come and tell you he finished the hospital, that hospital will not be complete till in about the next 4 years' time, irrespective of who's in office, because of these reasons that I've just given you there. Because finishing a hospital is not about finishing a building. And this is what we have to realize. Before I close, I will say one more thing. I would like to tell Philip Pierre that the police in St. Lucia are not at war with the young people. They are not at war with anybody. Why do you bring bulletproof vests? When you wear a bulletproof vest, that means somebody is going to shoot at you. And that is only happening in Ukraine now. You have to initiate the proper programs to have the young people who 16, the first thing you do, find a way to get rid of the guns. But you know what? When it is being said that corrupt officials are involved with these young boys, when I am hearing that the government is giving contract to gangs, that is why you need...
Che Soufriere, your jetty, your pot. Che Soufriere, your jetty, your pot. And she made a secret deal on a secret date. Sayoni Pop. That is a ceremonial, and there's nothing new about Emma. Must not go silly, must not do about it. What she does, she's just a ceremonial representative. She does nothing. She waits until the last year, just before election, and try to fool people. Lei tries to go silly. She tried to finish the HRDC in Grosile that she neglected. What we said to her was, too little, too late. And the same thing she's trying to do here, but again, it is too little, too late. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to present to you one of the team members that will be responsible in helping us right the wrong. And this time, it will be history in the making. Not only will it be the first female representative for that constituency, it will also be the first time that the United Workers' Party will be representing Labri Oje in the House of Assembly. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will bring to the podium to address you our candidate for Labri Oje, Mrs. Laura Jean-Pierre Noel. Tell Laura we love her.
To make a great contribution to the Labri village, Oje and bands, they came together and started to chant. Tell Laura we love her. Tell Laura we need her. Tell Laura we'll vote for her. Our love for her will never die. She gave her life to the village, helping people of every age. Nightingales, youth development, on committees, her time was spent. So let's all give Laura a chance. If you wanna see Labrian hands, don't hesitate. Put her next by her name.
Well, hello, my sisters and my brothers. Hello, my brothers and my sisters. I'm going to ask you to bear with me a little bit because I'm suffering a little laryngitis for a few weeks there. I didn't even realize that. So the voice not 100%. Me nou ka ibouye. Sa pa rien pour empêcher la voix bouye. How are you doing, Soufriere? Come on, come on. Let's lift the roof. How are you doing? Oswe nou ka ofondwe Soufriere. You know, we have a very good reason to celebrate. We're alive. We're more than alive. Nous vivons, nous ka bat. We're alive and we're kicking butt. We're kicking butt. For me, it has been a great week. Actually, whether you realize it or not, last week was fantastic. Not just for me, but for all of our sisters throughout our island. Yes, it was a fantastic week. Because regardless of your age, whether you are among the poorest of the poor that Philippe Pierre considers non-human, non-people, never mind which political party that you support, for all of us, a new day has dawned. A new day has dawned. And why do I say it was fantastic? Because after several lonely years stuck in a long, muddy, dark tunnel of indifference toward the countless societal ills suffered mainly by women all over this land of ours, we finally got to see at the end of that suffocating tunnel a beckoning golden light. A light that was inspiring, comforting, telling us women to keep on keeping on. Yes. With our crusade for respect and recognition. Yes. That's it. That light came from the courage of the several brave sisters and brothers who showed up outside our too long male-dominated parliament last Tuesday morning. They joined hands with me and Marcella as we stood up in a combined effort to tell St. Lucians at home and abroad that we've run out of patience. Nous pas patience encore. Nous las. We will no longer be passive, no longer complicit. We are no longer going to be victims of the overwhelming, undisguised, crippling misogyny too many women have endured since the time of our grandmothers. I say. We are mothers. We are wives. We are girlfriends. We are teachers, pilots, economists, lawyers, doctors. We feed the nation with milk from our chest. We tie our waists and bend over for countless hours in the blazing sun, tilling the land to produce food for our families and for vendors at our markets, local and beyond. We carry on our heads loads heavy enough to scare the average male. We are not merely an important sector of our society. No, we are not. We are the lifeblood of this nation. And for that, we deserve far better treatment from our male counterparts. Yes, we do. Most of us have become accustomed to their insults. Insults about our bodies, our features, and our most intimate moments. But let me say this clearly. No more. No more. No more will we be silently serving as punching bags for frustrated and alcohol-addicted, insecure partners. There would be no men without women. Think about that. No men without women. And think of this. Even in politics, it is the women who do the brunt of the campaigning. Right or wrong? We are natural born seducers. Yes, we are. God must have had a good reason for creating us that way. We are the ones who rally our sisters in single-parent homes. And trust me, some of these homes are not even fit to be called houses, but we make it a home nonetheless. to come out to party meetings, who ensure that they show up at the polling stations, come rain or shine. When it comes to persuading voters to support a party or even a candidate, no man, none, can match a determined woman. Women share the same emotional makeup. We know how other women feel in various circumstances. Our instincts are the same. We know how best to show empathy with one another, especially when it comes to abuse by men. Men who, when you think about it, are unworthy of our care, our attention, and our forgiveness. We run the nation's homes. We raise the nation's children. We comfort our men when they feel broken. All of this we do, whether tired or unhappy. We are, by nature, the dispensers of everything wonderful. All we ask is that we be treated right, with love, and as Aretha Franklin said, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, respect. Respect. So ladies, why do we allow a handful of disturbed men to trample over our dignity? To talk dirty about us, often to our faces and more often in public, as if we only exist to serve their every need. We must right that wrong. Women are as capable of achieving whatever the brightest of men have achieved. So why do we settle for being treated like decorated doormats? Consider these names. Some of them you may not know. Mary Anderson, Josephine Cochran, Hedy Lamar, Marie Van Britten Brown. Who are these women? All of these women were inventors and innovators in their own right. Anderson invented the windshield wiper. Cochran, the first practical dishwasher. Lamar, besides being a movie star in her time, invented technology foundational to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what we as women can do? And I spoke about Brown. She gave us the home's first home security system. And if you think this is brilliance, if you think brilliance is limited to white people, let me tell you about some of our black sisters. The inventor of the touch-tone telephone, Dr. Shirley Jackson, a black sister. Marie Van Britten Brown, black. The first natural gas heating system for our homes, Alice H. Parker, another black sister. Women, wherever we are, whoever we may be, have the power to excel. I forgot one on my list, but I'm going to ask you to help me name her. Who is St. Lucia's first ever Olympic gold medal champion? Who is St. Lucia's first ever Olympic gold medal champion? I cannot hear you. She's one of your own. Be proud of her. She's young and she's blazing trails. But she didn't just win gold. She proved that St. Lucian women can conquer the world when we set our minds to it. And speaking of conquering the world, I want you to go back in time to a little nursery rhyme. It tells us that little girls are made of spice and everything nice. And it also tells us that little boys are made of frogs, slugs, and snakes. Hold on. Most little girls, we're talking about little girls. I ain't seen no little girl in here or no little boy. If there are any little boys in there, it's past your bedtime. Most little girls, when they grow up, remain nice and spicy. Alas, not so for some of our men. Some of them grow into bigger, uglier slugs, snakes, and so I'm coming to the crux of the matter now. I was reminded of this Friday morning when I opened a video clip sent by an unthinking friend from St. Lucia's most disgraceful TV show, hosted by the worst thing to ever happen to St. Lucia politics, according to Kenny Anthony. You see, a long time ago, I decided not to let myself be mentally soiled by what this creature, a member of parliament nonetheless, spews every Thursday evening. But on Friday, curiosity got the better of me. I clicked, and there he was. You know him? You know him. There he was, telling his audience that I, Laura Japierre, had called Newspin to refer to him as a pig. Now, people, tell me, why would I call Timothy Poleon to tell him that the sky is blue? Tell me, why would I call Timothy Poleon and tell him that the sky is blue? Whatever Richard Frederick may be, the whole world already knows it. From the folks at the American Embassy, to the State Department, to Interpol, to every police department in the world. But he just couldn't resist telling a lie on me. He couldn't resist attacking the women who joined me last Tuesday at the silent protest. In his pretend response to my supposed remark, this man, who came from a mother who has daughters that he claims to adore, yet embarrasses weekly, decided of all things, to attack me on my looks. On my looks. Tell me, sisters and brothers, when Richard Frederick looks in the mirror, who do you think, you suppose, stares back at him? James Bond? Ollie Gobat? Or Ribbit, Kermit the Frog. I'll leave that right here. I'll leave that here. Let me conclude by imploring you, sisters, and my brothers, to unite in the best interests of all women in St. Lucia. Regardless of party affiliation, the Flabo train is gaining speed. We are gaining traction. Let us do all in our power to keep it moving. Because as women, we deserve respect. We have earned it. And if the misogynists in our parliament insist on standing in our way, then let them know, as much as women can be everything nice, when the moment calls for it, women can also make war. So tonight, I have one message for you, Soufriere, Francis Jacques, especially our women. Every valley and every village across this beautiful island of ours, stand with those who respect you. Stand with Herod Stanislaus, a man who treats women as partners, not props, who believes we belong at the decision-making table, not as targets of ridicule. Because here's the truth. If they cannot respect women, they cannot respect our nation. Remember, leadership is not measured in pounds. It is measured in principles. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Laura. You know, ladies and gentlemen, talking about women standing for women, unfortunately, not all women stand with women. I listened to one of them who referred to Eldris Charles as not being a journalist because she's a political operative of the United Workers' Party. If that is the case, how do you call all of those suckers who are singing for their supper with the St. Lucia Labour Party who call themselves journalists? In response to what you said, Jade, here's what I said to you. Here's what I'm going to say to you now. You are singing a Labour song for your supper. That's why you have to say what you say there. As of now, as far as I'm concerned, you are Jade Brown Noser. And mind you, your nose didn't get brown because you were eating chocolate. Ladies and gentlemen, I listened to El Guapo attack a couple of female journalists, Lisa, and he tried to berate Eldris as well. And he referred to Lisa as a journal loss. He just tried to ridicule her. In the house, he called himself a lawyer. And in the house, Alan Shastney belittled him like a little boy. Do you want to jump up and tell Alan Shastney what is an emphyteutic lease? An emphyteutic lease is a lease for 99 years. BS. An emphyteutic lease can be from 18 years to 99 years. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. And from now on, pakwe ko avoka. Magay duwa ko usan avokaka. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to bring to you people of the caliber and competence that you can call honorable who will give you proper representation. I now speak of a parliamentary representative, a member of parliament who is worthy of the title Honorable. Put your hands together and welcome to the podium the representative for Swazel Saltibus, the man, Bradley Felix, for whom you would put the X so we can flex.
Every little thing gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Freely be bird, it's by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you.
Maman Soufriere, from Saint-Jacques. Maman Flabo. I want you to sing another song with me. Just a little bit. Another song. Si me Dieu ça fait me la peine. Si me Dieu ça fait me la peine. Si ou pas choisi flambeau, Sainte-Lucie Kaineye. Si ou pas choisi flambeau, Sainte-Lucie Kaineye. Before I go into my contribution tonight, I want to recognize and appreciate the hard work of Sister Janine Girodi, Jamie, Beryl, Joyce, and all those who come here every Sunday and help us set up with the levy. If I have missed anybody, my apologies. But I want to thank everybody, including our honorable MC, Honorable Spider. Thank you very much for the work that you all are doing. Thank you very much. Tonight, I am here to support my neighbor. I'm here to support my fellow candidate. I'm here to support my friend, Herod Adrian Stanislas. People of Soufriere, Jacques, there is a question you need to be asking yourself. In this 5th year of being represented by a member of the governing SLP, I wish for you to ask yourself a question. I want you to clear your mind from the noise. And I want you to revisit the representation you received from Herod to what you are receiving now. The question that needs to be answered is which parliamentary representative created more avenues for your well-being, for your economic advancement, for your future stability, and for your future independence. I need you to ask that question, and I need to answer it. And the answer must resonate with every single sportsman and woman in this community. It must resonate from the farmers, from the fishers, from those who work in the hospitality sector, public and private sector, for those who are self-employed, and that includes the bus operators, because Soufriere have quite a few of them, and all the hustlers. A man whose motto was, one of us for all of us. And the answer is Herod Adrian Stanislas. What you are receiving now, and we heard Brother Alman said it earlier, we heard Brother Jacques speak about it, you are getting a blight today, come back in 3 months for another blight. That's what you are getting. How can you ever be independent
And how can you ever be strengthened? Because all the Labour Party does is give you a quick knee-jerk response. That's what they do. Brothers and sisters of Soufriere, Jacques, I sat with this man in cabinet. I sat with this man in cabinet for 5 years. And I heard him speak convincingly, time and time again, for the benefit of the constituency that he represented. We are now seeing a representative who has waited for the last minute to masquerade with your mind. The very last minute. Are you all, people of Soufriere, Jacques, still so gullible to fall for that kind of window dressing? Ask yourself that question. We are in 2025. Are you still so gullible to fall for that kind of window dressing? And Alman told you very, very clear. Alman made it very clear to you all. Look at what they do. Look at what they have done to try to play with your mind. They break down a building, they board it up. But do you know who's going to build that town hall back? You see, brothers and sisters, this government has clearly used their favorite expression of flashing mirrors on the people of this country. They try to distract you from the real issues at hand. When they make you believe that the one time that you increase and the other giveaways that reflects putting you first, you need to analyze what is being taken away from you. They give some with one hand and they take more with the other hand. My brothers and sisters, just look at what has been done by a government who says they put the people first. How can you put the people first? And you've been in government for a little over 4 years, and up to a day like today, we are still paying the highest price for fuel in the country. Is that a government putting people first? And when the fuel prices are so high, it affects everything else. So it's not just the people with the vehicles who are affected by the high fuel prices, but every single one of us have been affected by it. When a government says that they put the people first and they introduce a health and security levy on goods and commodities, and mind you, there was an expiration date for that H&S that has been renewed. Brothers and sisters, think about that. How can that be a government putting you first when things are so hard for each and every one of us? And we're not just saying that. Normally that's what people say on a political platform, that things are hard. But things are really hard in this country. We are feeling it. And they come again with a last-minute window dressing. They say they will zero rate 70 items. Do you know how many items we use in this country? Over 5,000. And they give you 70 and they tell you that's what. And mind you, when we were saying from day one that there's a lot that this government can do, and they said what we are feeling is imported inflation. But now they're trying to find ways, things that could have been done 5 years ago, 4 years ago, that could have been done. They didn't do it. and they're not doing enough because we have told them in Parliament there's a lot more that you all can do. Brothers and sisters, since I'm asking questions, I want to say something. Why should there be so many unanswered questions in this country? Why should there be so many unanswered questions in this country? How many of y'all are familiar with this song? There are more questions than answers, and the more questions asked, the less I know. That is what's happening to us in this country right now. Because we ask the questions, and all we hear is little rumors here and there, but we do not know the answers, brothers and sisters. I tell you, and I have spoken to the leader of the opposition, that when we get back into office, the Freedom of Information Act must be something we put on the table. This is what we are facing in this country. We have to speculate. We have to speculate. Why should a representative of this constituency, a minister of government, tell you that she's doing secret deals? Do we know what it is, brothers and sisters? Are they waiting for the outcome of the election? Are they waiting for the outcome of the election to displace all of you all on the Soufriere waterfront? Are they waiting? So all the taxi operators, the entertainment cruises, the divers, the fishermen, many years ago, Sir John Melvin Compton said it, Lucians, brothers and sisters, here's the difference between a government of the United Workers' Party and this SLP government. I remember when we were in office, you all will remember the DSH that they have been saying so much about. When the people kept asking that they want information on DSH, I, as the investment minister, I had a town hall, not a closed door meeting, a town hall meeting with the residents of Vieux-Fort. And I can tell you, because I know the people, most of the people in attendance were Labour supporters at the time. But they had a free platform to ask any question that they wanted. Why can't we get the same? And I'll tell you, brothers and sisters, we were not scared because what we were doing was for the interests of the people of St. Lucia. So we didn't have to go there and tell no lie. We said it as it was. That is the difference between a United Workers' Party government and a St. Lucia Labour Party government. Whatever the government does is the people's business. There should never be no answers. But what do we see? What do we see, brothers and sisters? GPH, no answers. St. Jude's, no answers. Uranoa Airport, no answers. CIP, no answers. Millennium Highway, no answers. NLA, no answers. Housing, no answers. Halls of Justice, no answers. Banansland, no answers. And crime. We recently heard the back and front of missing evidence. Missing evidence. And in between the back and the front of the missing evidence, we had a minister in between giving his own story. Spider, I have a new one for you. We no longer have evidence. We have evid. Evid. Because nothing, that will not go anywhere, Spider. Evid. It's empty. That evidence has been compromised. brothers and sisters, and you will remember me that day in court. Brothers and sisters, if this last revelation by the Commissioner of Police and the recent story of evidence that the Commissioner said that was lost or misplaced, and now we're hearing that it has resurfaced, if that does not touch your conscience, brothers and sisters, our country has lost its soul and lost all aspects of reasoning. If you are not concerned about that, brothers and sisters, and every right thinking St. Lucian, I don't care if you support the government, you're supposed to speak up on this. Because, brothers and sisters, it's Shakadan and Kimberly Yeleo. Tomorrow you do not know who. And we, brothers and sisters, that's serious. In conclusion, brothers and sisters, there is one answer. Brothers and sisters, François Jacques Soufriere, there is one answer. We need to bring back the United Workers' Party. We need to bring back Herod Adrian Stanislas. And my brother from Micoud North is not here tonight. But if he was here tonight, Brother Elisha, he would tell us and remind us of the St. Lucian National Anthem. And he would say, we need to bring back justice, truth, and charity. Brothers and sisters, good night and all the best.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and that is why the people of Swazel Saltibus will put the X for flex. We are on our way to victory because we are unraveling all the secret deals that they are making. The deal with GPH, exactly what it was. $1 for 30 years. And they try to deny it. But I must say, boy, I admire how Hasne handled them in the house there. La yo kwa ipateni, se sigwewa, imete sigweador. And in Soufriere, we must expose all of Emma's secret dates and all of her secret deals. Last now we have one secret date, secret deals, do you? We're going to expose her. Because you see, history repeats itself. And that is why in Grosile, when she tried to attack me, I had to ask her, which Emma are you? Is that part of the secret? I'll tell you what, exactly what she is doing here is what she did in Grosile. But I know Herod knows the story and he'll take care of her. But ladies and gentlemen, if you are a big tree, we in the United Workers' Party have the small axe. And the harder you come. So ladies and gentlemen, that's just a warning shot across the bow. So tell them for me, we are waiting for them. Because the day they ring that bell is the day they will go to hell. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring to this platform right now a neighboring politician. The man who worked wonders for ancillary canneries. One of the deputy political leaders of the United Workers' Party. A man who has proven himself as a parliamentary rep and a minister. I want to call to the podium deputy political leader, Senator. You all don't know who that is? Senator Dominic Fede, who will address you right now.
Oppressors are trying to keep me down, trying to drive me underground. Leave them alone, they know not what they've done. Cause as sure as the sun harder they fall, one and all. Ooh, the harder they come, harder they fall, one and all.
The harder they come, the harder they come. Good night, good night, good night, my Flabo. How are you feeling tonight? Are you feeling the momentum is on your side? And are you feeling that the enemy is very, very afraid tonight? Now, before I start the real business, I want to big up my friend and my neighbor, Herod Stanislas, who I will declare tonight as the best representative Soufriere has ever had in its future. You see, Soufriere has had many people representing it. In recent time, in my lifetime, I can remember Walter Fossois. I can remember Harold Dalson. And I can also remember Emma Hippolyte. And that is 25 years between the three of them in representing Soufriere. But in comparison, my friend and comrade and brother have only served for 5 years. And I put the 25 years that they have collectively served the people of Soufriere. And they cannot compare to the 5 years that Herod alone has delivered for the people of Soufriere. Herod, I remember, came in and inherited a victimized Hummingbird Beach project. This project was started by Alan Chasney, the then tourism minister of the UWP administration between 2006 and 2011. The project couldn't finish. And instead of understanding that this project laid significant economic job opportunities for the people of Soufriere, the Labour Party, as they usually do, did the political thing and they stopped the project at Hummingbird Beach project. And so nothing happened for 5 years. But it took the vision, the commitment, and the care for the people of Soufriere of Herod to come and finish the Hummingbird Beach project as you see it today. I was very jealous when I saw my friend build a beautiful bus terminal in the middle of the town. And the vendors from, the farmers from Jacques had a place to come and to vend. And you had buses as though you were in Dubai, you know. They come there and you can shelter under the sun and the buses pick you up and take you wherever you want to go, if it's Palmis or if it's Mini or wherever in Soufriere, wherever you were going. And my good friend and my neighbor to the south, also I drove here today and I saw a half-done Palmis vending facility. But I want to say to the people of Palmis tonight that it's not going to take too long. My friend and a proven worker will, in a matter of months, begin the completion of the Palmis vending facility. Because we don't have to wait for too long. The pressure is too much. They're beginning to feel the flame of fire, and they're beginning to make mistakes. And they're going to ring the bell anytime soon. And the people of Soufriere, the people of Palmis will have an opportunity to change the direction in which this constituency is going. And we will finish the Hummingbird, the Palmis vending facility that we drove by here today. My good friend,
built one of the best mini stadiums here in St. Lucia. The Soufriere mini stadium is now a state-of-the-art facility where we see that an international track was laid, where the facility has looked the best it has ever looked in history. The Labour Party, instead of celebrating the work and the accomplishments of Herod, what they told the people instead is not to play on the facility because they will have cancer. But I see that every single important sports meet which is happening in Soufriere, which is happening nationally in Soufriere, is being hosted right there at the Soufriere mini stadium, bringing St. Lucians from all over the country. That is the vision and the hard work of my friend. So Herod, continue to fight for this seat. Continue to fight for the destiny of the people of Soufriere. And we in Ancillary Canneries, we stand ready to come and give you whatever help is necessary for you to make sure that you win this constituency. And we will be calling on Soufriere to come and work with us so we bring home the entire West Coast. We bring it home Choiseul, we bring it home Herod, and we bring it home Ancillary Canneries. But you know, I know that some of you would like me to talk about development. And you would like me to talk about the economy. And you would like me to be politically correct. But I witnessed something this week that I cannot be politically correct anymore. I watched television. I watched the parliament. And what I saw on the national TV was totally despicable and unprecedented in our country. And I want to say to you, Flabos that like to be diplomatically correct, that when a man attacks your sister, when a man attacks your mother, it is time for you to roll up your sleeve and go into battle and tell that man that if he touches your mother, your sister, or your cousin, that he has to touch you as well. So I want to talk tonight directly to the scum of St. Lucian politics, to the bully of St. Lucian politics, to the man whom the Labour Party said was the most frightening thing to have happened to the politics of St. Lucia. And you all know who I'm talking about. You all know who I'm talking about. And you see, I am not the one that's calling you El Guapo. I am not the one that is calling you El Guapo. The people know you very well. So this week, he goes on television. And he attacked, the first person was Marcella Johnson, one of our candidates for Grosley. He revealed things about her marriage that should not matter to anybody. Half of them are lies anyway. But y'all will remember before that, he did say on his show that he invited Marcella to come and to have an affair with him. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? A government minister has nothing to say about policy, has nothing to say about the high crime rate which we are facing, has nothing to say about the cost of living crisis, but invites one of our dignified, classy women to have an affair with him? I mean, you don't see the women of the UWP. You all have standards. You all have class. You all are women of calicity, as they say on the streets. I mean, do you think that if you ask my good friend Joycelyn Fletcher to go on a date, you can just come just so? You have to come good with the women of the United Workers' Party. The women of the UWP don't just go out with anybody. The women of UWP don't bring down themselves. The women of UWP are not suffering from self-esteem issues. The women of the UWP are not desperate that they'll find the ugliest man in St. Lucia to go out with. The women of the UWP are classy women. You think you can go and ask Janine Girodi to go on a date and you don't come good? I mean, look at that woman, a lawyer, a bright, intelligent woman, and you think she will go with Richard Frederick of all people? Really? I want to say to Richard Frederick, not only does no woman in UWP will never be with you, but nobody, period, in UWP wants you anywhere near the United Workers' Party. A man goes on TV. Marcella wasn't good enough. He had to jump on Laura as well. Marcella wasn't good enough. So he jumps on Laura. And he goes and he talks about, this is a sitting government minister, and he talks about where Laura buys her panties and her bras. Could you imagine how sick that is? I mean, he accused Laura of calling him a pig on Newspin. But I know where Laura was at the time that someone else, an innocent member of the public, referred to his pig-like behavior and said that Richard Frederick behaves like a pig. But it wasn't Laura who did that, because Laura had more important things to do. You are not on Laura's mind. Laura is a dignified woman. Laura is a businesswoman. Laura is a professional woman. Laura is a woman that mentors young people and keeps them away from drugs and guns and crime. But you are the total opposite. So Laura don't have time for you. So how dare you bring down the women of the United Workers' Party to your low standards? Put down the women of the United Workers' Party. So I say to you, ladies of the UWP, you are my family. You are my party members. We wear the same color. We are of the same philosophy. And if anybody bully you in public, I will stand up for you, the women of the United Workers' Party. So he attacked Lisa Joseph. Lisa Joseph. When I was on Lisa's show, she asked me very hard questions. I didn't think that I had a right not to answer. Lisa is a professional. Lisa is a journalist of class. And the question which she asked is an important question. She asked the Prime Minister, is it now different what you think about Richard Frederick now that he's in your government, before he was in your government? And that's an important question, because the people who introduced to the country that Richard Frederick was a drug dealer, that Richard Frederick was the most despicable thing, is not the United Workers' Party. It's not us. It is your own Labour Party cabinet members who said that you were the most frightening thing to have happened to politics. And so the question was important. Have they now changed their minds about you? But no, you go and you attack Lisa Joseph. You attacked an innocent journalist. And the thing about it is that Choice News stood by and allowed that to happen. NBC stood by and allowed that to happen. HTS, the female reporters at HTS, stood by and allowed this man to put out the sensitive information about a journalist's medical records in this country. And you see, we must be careful. We must take note of what is going on. And we must be mindful of those that are in collusion with the government and those people that in the name of politics will stand by and allow anything to happen to any woman in this country. Now we are in Soufriere, and the member for Parliament of Soufriere is a woman. She's a member of the cabinet. She's a woman with a very influential office. And I must ask Emma Hippolyte tonight, given what has happened to the women of the United Workers' Party, the despicable attacks that they have come under from Richard Frederick, I must ask you, Emma Hippolyte, tonight, how long will you stand by and say nothing in the name of politics in this country? How long will you allow the attacks to happen to the women of St. Lucia? How long will you stand by and say nothing? Is Emma saying to us that she is willing to sleep with the devil, all in the name of politics? Is Emma saying to us tonight that as long as he's on her side, that she will stay silent? Is that what you're saying to us tonight? But you know, history has shown us that even Emma Hippolyte is a victim of Richard Frederick's attack. Y'all will remember very well that Emma Hippolyte had her entire private life revealed in public the very same way. When he went out and say things about her personal and private life, y'all don't remember that? Y'all will remember the despicable things that Richard Frederick said about her. So given her history and given her victimhood, she should have been out there talking on behalf of Marcella and on behalf of Laura and on behalf of Lisa to say to Richard Frederick that if you touch one woman, you touch all the women in St. Lucia. So Emma, we ask you tonight to defend the women of St. Lucia. Virginia Poyet, we ask you tonight to stand by the women of St. Lucia. Lisa Jayawa, we ask you to stand by the women of St. Lucia. When it is wrong, whether they are members of the police force or not, it is wrong. It doesn't matter how close they are to you. Make sure you call out those men who have abused women and who are known members of the public, men that have taken advantage of women in many ways. Stand up for the women of this country. We have a prime minister who has sworn that he will protect the women of this country. And Philip Pear cannot stand by and pretend as if he doesn't know or he hasn't heard what is going on. Philip Pear, I am sure you heard that Richard Frederick was despicable on the show. I am sure you heard the attacks that has happened this week. I am sure you heard the vilification of our women on public TV. I am sure you heard the disgrace that has happened on the office of a minister's office, right in your office, the Prime Minister's office. I am sure you heard. But I want to tell Philip J. Pear tonight that your silence makes you a facilitator of Richard Frederick. Your silence, Mr. Prime Minister, makes you guilty for all the crimes of Richard Frederick. You standing by and saying nothing makes you just as culpable as Richard Frederick, makes you just as crass as Richard Frederick, makes you, your silence is just as despicable as the utterances of Richard Frederick. And so, Mr. Prime Minister, you don't have to be a policeman to tell Richard Frederick that he is wrong for putting out the medical information about a woman. Mr. Prime Minister, you don't have to be a police officer to tell your minister that he has no right on public TV telling a woman about where she buys her panties or not. What kind of sick individual, what kind of sick man goes into a woman's undergarments and talk about a woman's private affairs on business? What kind of man would do that? Do you think a real man would do that? That is like two Makumes quarreling on the streets. What kind of nonsense is that? A government minister, a male government minister, will go and reduce himself and his office so low that he will throw words at a woman, not a man, at a woman, and then he will go on his show and quarrel. That cannot be a real man. And so, Mr. Prime Minister, I want to say to you that while you and your party does not respect the women of this country, that the United Workers' Party is full of respect for the women, whether they are Labour or whether they are Flabo or whether they are no peace. And we have the record to back it up. Let me give you our record. The first woman to be a member of parliament from the constituency of Castries Southeast. It was under a United Workers' Party government that Geraldine Rock in 1974 became the first MP that is a female to have gone into the House of Parliament. The first time a woman was the leader of the opposition was Dr. the Honorable Gail Rigobot. The first time we had a female president of the Senate was Miss Rosie Matra, who again appointed by a United Workers' Party government. The first time we had a female Speaker of the House was our good sister Sarah Flood Mowbray, appointed by a United Workers' Party government. And so the United Workers' Party, not just by words, but by our actions and by our deeds, are the party that champions the values and champions the aspirations and champions the success for women. We are the party of women. Let's stand up together. Let's rally with our women. Let's stand up with Marcella. Let's stand up with Laura. Let's go out and win for Lady Lee in Viewfort. Let's beat back at the Labour Party and let us make them feel it in the ballot box whenever they have the courage to call the bell. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator Dominic Fede, our Deputy Political Leader and next Parliamentary Representative for Ancillary Countries. So Tale, Tutsaki Fetla. All that happened? I swear to you, I didn't know that. So we have a man who denigrates women, berates women, attacks women all the time. You know, Richard Frederick El Kwapu actually is looking at women underwear, where they buy their underwear. You know, I used to always call him a bull. Sorry. Sorry. I used to, let's see, I may ball a bushman. I used to call him a bull. So I don't call people buller. People's sexual preference has nothing to do with me. Why didn't you all say bully? Why did you all say bullfrog? That is what I was going to say. Now, here's a man who wants to body shame people. Here's a man who wants to criticize people on their physical appearance. Richard, before you went and do the how they call it, when you do your face, plastic surgery. Before you went to do the plastic surgery to take out the horns you had in your forehead, you never looked at yourself? You never looked at yourself? The one eye you have left. You don't know, you never look at yourself and to see the J-clockery you have there, how it looking? You don't know. But Richard, ou pas savent tout sous sec à normal. Et tout marco kapel zie yo. Yon zie ou ete ya. Yon zie ou ete ya. Ou ka ve underwear from a kote yo achete underwear yo. Oh man, shame on you. Ou pli ba pa me passe mo de ka kwe. You have gone lower than I ever expected you to go, Richard. And Dominic, just to complete what you were saying, this United Workers' Party has big respect for women. Because at one time I remember, under a United Workers' Party government, the Governor General was a woman. The Speaker of the House was a woman. The President of the Senate was a woman. Under a United Workers' Party. And so, we will not disrespect our women. We will not disrespect any woman. And I say to the women of St. Lucia, take note. Because when Richard Frederick does that, the other women in the St. Lucia Labour Party has nothing to say because they condone it, they endorse it, and they encourage it. And when your Prime Minister, who brought Richard Frederick in, you know he brought him in to do exactly what he is doing because it is endorsed by the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Philip J. Pierre. And that's why he didn't even care to get rid of Kenny Anthony to make way for Richard Frederick. But ladies and gentlemen, history repeats itself. I learned that very early in life, history repeats itself. So when Emma Hippolyte was rushing to try to complete the HRDC just before election, it's the same thing she's doing here, trying to rush to build town hall. And the work that I did, I was not compensated for it with a victory in 2011. But the people of Grosile had Emma for one term, and they saw the difference. That's exactly what is happening here in Soufriere now. So I say to you, Herod, point chair, point kuai. Victory is near. You will get your back pay the day that they call the general election here in St. Lucia. You will return as a parliamentary representative of Soufriere Fonse Jacques. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your parliamentary representative, Herod Stanislas.
Lazy body. We love the people who can work. We can't do the lazy body people them. Watch out. Every person must work. And I like that. Work. Every person must work. Young or old. Work hard. Cause if you're not working, you gotta be loafing. And if you're not loafing, nation. Keep your spirit alive. Don't go making excuses. Just get out there and try.
Mamai Flabo, Soufriere from Jacques, our supporters and members at home viewing tonight, and of course our wonderful, wonderful supporters in the diaspora of Florida, Texas, New York, Canada, the UK, the Virgin Islands. Special, special good night to each and every one of you. I bring you, Mamai Flabo, a very, very warm and special welcome to Sulphur City tonight. Flabo family, brothers and sisters of the United Workers' Party, the winds of change, brothers and sisters, is blowing from the north of this country to the south and from the west to the east, brothers and sisters. And Flabo family, Soufriere for Jacques, I want to assure you tonight that when the day of reckoning comes for the St. Lucia Labour Party, your humble servant here tonight will be elected the next parliamentary representative for Soufriere for Jacques. And I want them to put that in the pipe tonight and smoke it. Brothers and sisters, Soufriere, by the time it is 6 o'clock on election day, the 65 votes which they won by in 2021, we are going to win them by a massive 400 to 500 votes on election night. And so, brothers and sisters, I feel a joy tonight. I see victory on the horizon. What I see here tonight, what I feel here tonight, what I am seeing on the ground in Soufriere, what I'm hearing from the people of Soufriere from St. Jacques, I have a joy in my heart. And I know victory is coming back to Soufriere for St. Jacques. United Workers' Party is coming back for its crown. And Alan Michael Chasney is going to be returned as your Prime Minister. Brothers and sisters, a few years ago, our constituency of Soufriere from St. Jacques embarked on a progressive and transformative journey. We rolled out, brothers and sisters, a comprehensive and holistic development plan for Soufriere and for St. Jacques. A development plan which was defined by the motto, as Bradley told you earlier, one of us for all of us. A plan, brothers and sisters, of opportunities, growth, economic and social independence for our constituents. Brothers and sisters, we saw the creation of the Hummingbird Beach Park, a beach park which attracted so many people from near and far to our shores. Today, brothers and sisters, almost 5 years, and the Hummingbird Beach Park is in a terrible, terrible state of disrepair. But rest assured, Soufriere for St. Jacques, when I return as a parliamentary representative, I will fix it. Hummingbird Beach Park la man ici posé. Brothers and sisters, we saw the Old Trafford complex with the farmers market. And for the very first time in the history of Soufriere for St. Jacques, our vendors, our farmers did not have to sit and stand in the hot sun, in the rain, in the wind, and in the dust. They were in a comfortable location. Brothers and sisters, on that same Old Trafford complex, we saw the only and first bus terminal on the island. Brothers and sisters, we saw a rehabilitated Soufriere police station. And many of you said that the police are too comfortable because the entire police station is air-conditioned. We had never seen such before in Soufriere. We saw a rejuvenated waterfront, brothers and sisters, with the construction of the Shoreline Cafe. Over a year now, the Shoreline Cafe was destroyed by Hurricane Beryl, and nothing has been done. But when I return as your parliamentary representative, I will fix it. Brothers and sisters, Soufriere Foster Jacques, we saw the construction of the Palmis Vendors Facility to bring economic development and opportunities for the people of Fontbenier Palmist. But after almost 4.5 years, you still have vending booths there which are not operational. You still have persons, brothers and sisters, in those vending booths who are not able to put in the infrastructure to operate them. But I call on you, the people of Palmis, Fontbenier, Soufriere, bear some patience. Not too long from today, from tonight, I will fix it, I will build more booths there, and I will put this facility in the condition that it ought to be to bring prosperity and development to you, the people of Soufriere Foster Jacques. And yes, brothers and sisters, we saw the first phase of the rehabilitation of the mini stadium with the track and the artificial turf for football. And as Bradley said, all of the zealots told you it was cancerous. Mais aujourd'hui, yo tout en l'air ka oule, ka jump, ka wime, ka fait tout bagay. Yo pas ni cancer aujourd'hui. These were part of their lies, their propaganda, their deceit to fool you. And we still have a second and a third phase, brothers and sisters, to undertake. And when I return as your parliamentary representative, it will be done like one stadium la manay supposé. Brothers and sisters, Soufriere Foster Jacques, we saw the rehabilitation of over 60% of the new development roads. The same roads the Labour Party said for over 20 years it was private roads and they cannot repair it. I asked you for your vote, for your support in 2016 for the new development roads, and I delivered on over 60%. After 4.5 years, you have a parliamentary representative who have not placed 1 cubic yard of concrete on new development roads. With my Soufriere, my new development, I will get the job done when I return as your parliamentary representative. We saw, brothers and sisters, the total reconstruction of the Esperance Diamond Road into Soufriere to create new access into and out of Soufriere, my brothers and sisters. We saw the reconstruction of the Zeno Road for the very first time, brothers and sisters. And who can forget, my brothers and sisters, Soufriere Foster Jacques, the redesign and the completion of the most beautiful square in St. Lucia, our square in Soufriere. And today, after 4 years, it is in disrepair. The fountain is not operational. The flowers are dying. The benches are in a mess. Grass is growing all over the place. Mais l'aime veiller à pouvoir, as mam parlement, mamay Soufriere Foster Jacques, la yon. We saw the construction of 4 additional pools at the Sulphur Springs, Soufriere Foster Jacques, that created dozens of jobs for young people in Soufriere in Font Saint-Jacques. And within months of them taking office, they fired 50 persons at the foundation, victimized 50 persons because they assumed that they were Flabo supporters. And brothers and sisters, the list of accomplishments, the list of development, the list of transformation goes on and on and on. Brothers and sisters, the journey of progress and development came to a halt 4 years ago with the election of the current parliamentary representative and the St. Lucia Labour Party government. And since then, brothers and sisters, since the election, Soufriere has been plunged into decline, into neglect, into despair and stagnation. And I am confident And I am comforted, brothers and sisters, tonight in the saying that every rope has an end. So my people of Soufriere and Jacques, the end of your misery, the end of your sufferings and missed opportunities under this parliamentary representative and the St. Lucia Labour Party is near. Because brothers and sisters, Soufriere and Jacques, they must go, they have to go, and they will go. Soufriere and Jacques, a future clouded by hopelessness and despair will not last. And so Soufriere and Jacques, the time to break free from this chain of failure and to restore hope, progress, opportunities, and dignity is upon us. So tonight, brothers and sisters, before I continue and lay some of my plans, not all of it tonight, as we have many weeks on the campaign trail to unveil our many plans, I want to show you we will see a few slides where we will be able to compare and contrast the vision of your humble servant and the United Workers' Party for Soufriere and Jacques with what exists now. Brothers and sisters, on the eve of an election, yo fou fall ce jour ça là. Yo fou fall tout partout, by show epi yo. Desperate, panicking. Si yo ni pour lever moi, moi yo ka lever en cimetière. But the harder they come, the harder they fall. And we have to let them know, after 4.5 years, 4.5 of wasted years in Soufriere, too little, too late. And so, brothers and sisters, the slide is coming. We will go through it. Just bear with me, bear with us for a few minutes, where I can show you the state of decay which Soufriere is in today. Looks as if we're having some technical difficulties. But I think I will continue to, okay. And so, the slide goes with the heading, the race before time. You can sprint. You're desperate, can panic. But it's too late. Continue. Soufriere Administrative Building contrasts the old Town Hall building. We can remember it. This is what it was. You can see the Mayor Pius Gangadin and the team. This is the vision of Herod Stanislas, the concept. The concept of the administrative building. And this administrative building, brothers and sisters, was conceptualized in 2018-2019. Because we said that Soufriere in the year 2018-2019, Soufrierians cannot be going to Castries for a part to renew a passport or to apply for a new passport, for an ID card, for driver's licenses, for birth certificates, and all those other documents that we in Soufriere ought to have a building where the people of Soufriere, the people of Canris, the people of Choiseul could access all of those opportunities and documents in Soufriere. And this is where the concept of this administrative building came from in 2018-2019. But brothers and sisters, I am happy. I am happy that the current parliamentary representative is seeing it fit to continue with this project. They have made my work much easier for me, brothers and sisters, by demolishing it right now. But we all know Soufriere, Foster Jacques, that the only builder in this constituency, in this town, is your humble servant. So you all have demolished it. But I am the one who is going to build it and open it. Rest assured about that, brothers and sisters. And we want to know, before I go to the next slide, the parliamentary representative needs to tell us the cost of this building. Who is financing the building? What is the agreement? Have we received DCA approvals for the construction of this building? It cannot be a secret. The people of Soufriere Fosse Jacques needs to know. We continue, brothers and sisters. Old Trafford Complex Phase 2. Contrast. Today, this is the vision of the parliamentary representative of Phase 2 of Old Trafford. Plywood City, brothers and sisters. And these brothers and sisters, could you imagine them demolishing the Old Trafford building, and they had no plans to relocate persons who were squatting in the town hall building. So they had to rush and build this little nonsense, déclassé, on the Old Trafford complex, T-boutique development. So they now have people, the squatters, living in there, and there is another section where they store, I think, the equipment from the town council and the trays for the vendors. Brothers and sisters, in the rush to try and fool you, the people, flashing mirrors, because election is around the corner, they are rushing. Next slide. Next one. This on the same Old Trafford. This is the vision for this same place. This is what was supposed to go where they put those little plywood huts on Old Trafford, brothers and sisters. This is what would have created opportunities for young people in Soufriere Fosse Jacques. This is where young people could have had restaurants, they could have had bars, they could have had boutiques, they could have had spas, they could have had hair salons, barber shops. Any small business could have been placed right there, brothers and sisters. But today, they are so déclassé. They have no vision. They have no plans. They quickly go and demolish, and they are trying to relocate the squatters there. Continue. The neglect of the Soufriere waterfront, brothers and sisters. Over 1 year of Hurricane Beryl, and the jetties are still not repaired. Over 1 year. And those jetties, brothers and sisters, they were insured. So the parliamentary representative needs to come and tell the people of Soufriere Fosse Jacques what happened to the insurance of the two jetties. Continue. What happened to the jetties? This is those jetties, brothers and sisters, they are the breadline of the people of Soufriere Fosse Jacques, of tourism, of boaters, yachtsmen, the catamarans, vendors, tour guides, sites and attractions. We all depend and rely on the jetties. And over a year from Hurricane Beryl, no repairs. And I'm going to be coming to GPH in a while as well. Ruby Cricket Ground, brothers and sisters. This is our vision for Ruby Cricket Ground, to have a state-of-the-art playing field. This is what Ruby Cricket Ground would have been today. We acquired 8 acres of land at Ruby to build a state-of-the-art cricket ground for the young people of Soufriere Fosse Jacques. And this is the concept. And today, brothers and sisters, this was when we cleared it. Oh, look, this is Ruby Cricket Ground today. This was the clearing when we were in government. The top, all the bushes, the shrubs, the trees have grown back. And next slide. Ruby Cricket Ground is now a dumping ground. That is what we have today. Ruby Cricket Ground, 8 acres of prime land for a cricket field, is now the dumping ground of the St. Lucia Labour Party and the parliamentary representative for Soufriere Fosse Jacques. Mamai Soufriere, Mamai Fosse Jacques. les moins vieux as membre parlement ou kay joindre a state of the art cricket ground Ruby. I will get the job done. I will prioritize that development for you, the young players, the young people of Soufriere for Jacques, and build you a cricket ground. Remove the dump, the garbage that they have placed on Ruby Cricket Ground. This, brothers and sisters, this was the vision for the new development fitness park next to Fedos. So if you look at tonight, brothers and sisters, tout ça yo ka try faire à présent, ça pas plan yo. Ça est plan Hair Road. Ça c'est plan UWP. Mais ba show an yo, élection ka vini, yo ka kou we try rush ces plans. This is what new development fitness park by Fedos was supposed to be. You could see you have children's play area. You have a stand for bands to play. You have a monument in there. You have flagpole. You have entrance canopies. You have aluminum fencing, deco shadings. You have a washroom there. So many things there. And today, you will see what the fitness park looks like. Next slide. This is what they have on the ground today, brothers and sisters. They try to use the concept, the plan, but it is almost 5 years, and they cannot deliver. The contractor have gotten 3 or 4 different sets of monies, vanished, and they cannot get the job done. But you see, someone told me once, brothers and sisters, that the copy can never be as good as the original. Never. And new development residents, when I return as a parliamentary representative, I will fix this park and give you a state-of-the-art fitness park in new development. Fontbenier Park, brothers and sisters, this was the vision for Fontbenier Park. Let's move on. This was our vision. Fontbenier Park, this is what exists today. They try to imitate, but they cannot deliver. That's what you have there today. Fontbenier Park, let's go. New development roads again, brothers and sisters. This is what we did. This is the rehabilitation of new development roads. And this is what the roads are today. This is what the development roads look like today, brothers and sisters. She must go, she will go, she have to go. New development when I return. The rest of the 40% of the roads will be completed. And brothers and sisters, the Soufriere Cemetery. Look at the state of the graveyard in Soufriere. Over 1 year of hurricane burial, and the seawall have not been rebuilt. You still have garbage in the cemetery. Look at the amount of grass and debris in the cemetery, a place where our loved ones have been put to rest. Brothers and sisters, that is an indictment on this parliamentary representative, on this Labour Party government, and they have to go. I can promise you, Soufriere for Jacques, when I return as a parliamentary representative, that seawall will be constructed. That cemetery will be cleaned, and I am going to ensure that the town council or the Soufriere Foundation employs somebody full-time to take care of our cemetery. We need to take care of our loved ones when they are put to rest, brothers and sisters. Continue. Brothers and sisters, another touching one this week, the past days. This is a government reserve land at Fontbenier in Soufriere for community infrastructure. And in their haste to demolish the town hall, without any plan, without any vision, putting the cat before the horse, they are now going there to build structures to relocate the squatters. I have no problems in relocating the squatters who are in the town hall, brothers and sisters. I would have done the same and relocate them. But was that the best piece of land to use to relocate them? I could tell them 2, 3, 4 places right now where they could go and relocate those individuals. I could tell them, brothers and sisters, this piece of land is a piece of land which is earmarked for a state-of-the-art Soufriere human resource, community and theater art center, where our young people, our constituents can go and display their talents, their skills, where the schools could have graduation exercises instead of going to the church or using tents in the schoolyards all over the place, where we could have our pageants, our carnival queen shows could be held there, and so much more. You are now going to place quarters on this land without consulting the people of Fonbenye. Without holding one meeting and tell them what is going on there. They have to be hearing it on the streets. Is that the type of representation that we, the people of Soufriere Fons and Jacques, will accept under the St. Lucia Labour Party? Fonbenye, they have to go, they must go, and they will go. And when they go, I will ensure that those quarters, brothers and sisters, they are relocated with dignity, with respect, with compassion to a proper location, and we use this piece of land for the good and the well-being of the whole of Soufriere. Without any politics, brothers and sisters. Politics will not come first in my representation for you, the people. Let's move on. Palmist Housing Project. This is another of my plans for Palmist. We need to regulate the housing situation in Palmist. And this is a concept for some of the housing apartments, the housing blocks, which we intend to undertake in Palmist in a phased approach over a period of time. So this is what it looks like. The public library, brothers and sisters. Yes, the public library is in decay. They have to move part of it to the ICT center. Up to a day like today, nothing can be done with the public library. And so, brothers and sisters, this is the vision, the concept for a new Soufriere community library and access center at the site of the ICT center next to the Soufriere Primary School. We are going to integrate the library with the ICT center in this modern state-of-the-art building right there. Let's move on. This, brothers and sisters, this was the concept for the new Soufriere Hospital, because we acquired 3 acres of land from the divorced Soufriere estate to put a new Soufriere Hospital with 35 beds, operating room, dialysis room, decompression chamber, labs, state of the art. And up to today, no word on the Soufriere Library. Soufriere Fons and Jacques, when you elect me as your parliamentary representative, you are going to get your state-of-the-art hospital. Soufriere Waterfront, brothers and sisters, this was the vision to rehabilitate and rebuild the Soufriere Waterfront. And this we would have done on our own. We did not need no GPH to do this. We did not need to go in any secret deal with any foreign company. We did not need to lease our pots for $1 a year for 30 years. This would have been done by us in Soufriere, in St. Lucia, to Port Soufriere and also Port Castries, brothers and sisters. And of course, the Soufriere Mini Stadium, we've done the first phase with the track and the field. And we had a second phase with new access, the video boards, and the third phase at the bottom, brothers and sisters, was going to be the Olympic 8-lane, 25-meter swimming pool, and the multi-purpose court, brothers and sisters. So, brothers and sisters, I just wanted to show you, I think this is the end of the slides. I just wanted to show you all, brothers and sisters, the vision we had, the plans we had, the projects we had, the programs we had to better your lives in Soufriere Fons and Jacques. And so, Soufriere, our future, our dreams, and aspirations must be led by a man with a vision for our constituency. And that vision, brothers and sisters, the vision which I have for you, the people of Soufriere Fon Saint-Jacques, is to create a vibrant and inclusive community where every individual has access to opportunities that foster socio-economic growth, prosperity, and a high quality of life. And with that vision, my brothers and sisters, comes policies, programs, and plans. And I have articulated to you some of my plans on the slides, some which they attempt to initiate, which I have to fix, and some new ones on the slides. And I will just go through a few more plans before I wrap up my presentation tonight. So, brothers and sisters, Soufriere Fon Saint-Jacques, we are going to embark on the creation of cottage industries in crafts, textiles, and agro-processing to create jobs and promote local entrepreneurship. And we have the old copper factory there. We have an existing tenant who is doing quite well there. We are going to team up with him and bring in younger persons to start small cottage industries, small businesses there to create employment, create entrepreneurship, and create economic activity in Soufriere Fon Saint-Jacques. Brothers and sisters, we are going to build and establish an information technology and artificial intelligence hub in Soufriere. Information technology and artificial intelligence hub, which is going to employ over 200 young people in Soufriere Fon Saint-Jacques. And we are also going to stretch it into Canneries and Choiseul, because we love our neighbors. We are not forgetting our neighbors, brothers and sisters. And these are jobs, Soufriere Fon Saint-Jacques, these are jobs which are going to pay 3, 4, 5 times more than what our young people are getting in the tourism sector today. Brothers and sisters, we need to increase affordable housing access to people, especially low-income families. And I have shown you in the slide, we are going to undertake the housing project, the housing development in Palmist. But we are also, brothers and sisters, going to make available in our 5-year term at least 100 lots available to low-income families, young persons, and new homeowners in Soufriere Fon Saint-Jacques. Brothers and sisters, where the old public library is now, I told you in the slides, we are going to integrate the library and the ICT center over on this side, behind us there. Where the old public library is now, brothers and sisters, the intention is to demolish it and build a youth and sports center. This youth and sports center, brothers and sisters, is to house the office of the Soufriere Youth and Sports Council, to have a youth desk, which is going to have information on scholarships, job opportunities, job training, life skills training for young people. It's going to have the offices of the Football Association, netball, cricket, basketball, aquatics, cricket, all the different clubs in Soufriere. They are going to be housed in this center. And yes, you might be asking yourself, where is Herod going to take the money to do this? I'm telling you, Soufriere Fon Saint-Jacques, the money to fund this youth and sports center is going to be coming from the Soufriere Foundation, which is currently giving the parliamentary representative over $20,000 a month to spend on vouchers and hampers and pampers in an attempt to buy votes. So to you, the young people of Soufriere Fon Saint-Jacques, that $20,000 is going to go to a youth and sports center to empower you, to give you opportunities, to give you a future in Soufriere Fon Saint-Jacques. Because I want you, the young people, to dream and aspire for greatness. And that is an opportunity for you all. Of course, brothers and sisters, we have to continue phase 2 and 3 of the mini stadium, which is the multipurpose court and the aquatic center I spoke about, brothers and sisters. And for the rural communities of Soufriere Fon Saint-Jacques, you will not be left behind. So Chaton-Belair, Bouton, Sulphur Springs, Belfont, Rabot, Boisden, Font-Jean-Libre, Mont-Lacroix, Etangs, Myers Bridge, Belle Plaine, Font-Saint-Jacques, Ravinclair, Esperance, Diamond, St. Philip, Zenon, and beyond. My plan is to develop your rich community tourism potential while ensuring these areas are connected and accessible through proper road networks, including feeder roads to farms that will support our agricultural industry. I am also committed to building quality community facilities in the rural parts of the constituency, such as playing fields and resource centers that will serve as places for growth, recreation, and connection. My mission is clear, Soufriere, to raise the quality of life for everyone living in our rural communities so that it matches, if not exceeds, the standards enjoyed by residents in town. Together, we will build a future where every community thrives and every citizen shares in our progress. So, Soufriere Font-Saint-Jacques, the time for change is now. The time to get rid of this failed parliamentary representative, this failed prime minister, this failed government is now. We will win this election. We must win this election, brothers and sisters, and we have to win this election. So, brothers and sisters, Soufriere Font-Saint-Jacques, vote Herod Stanislas, vote Alan Michael Chasney, vote the United Workers' Party, and together we are going to have a better future. Good night and God bless.
Yes, that is a man who is ready for the job. And I tell you tonight, what man has done, the man can do. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Herod Stanislas, the next parliamentary representative for Soufriere Font-Saint-Jacques. And before we go on, I want to remind you that you can join me tomorrow, Monday, from 8 o'clock, where I will be hosting Like It Is, and my special guest tomorrow night will be Kalik Xavier, the man Kakal. On Tuesday, we'll have a press conference from Tuesday, 10 o'clock. And on Thursday, from 9, we will have Meet the Opposition. And next Sunday, again, we will have the Sunday Live. But to bring down the curtains tonight, to wrap it up, you know, I said something earlier on and people asking me questions. When I say what I say, I know what I say, you know. I mean, so some of you are asking me, is it true that Richard is one-eyed Jack? So you all didn't know that? Il avait tout le monde iba ouais c'est yon zieni. But vous savez comment do? Tout sous ce cas normal, tout marco ka bedze yo. Il avait ça fait l'autre monde tellement. Because hot certainly you have heard Richard talking about spider, jabal and all that kind of nonsense. Zafé moun il avait tellement il avait zafé. Ou savant bané femme 19 ans avant quitter, il fait un whole carrière Richard bav ça. Ve zafé moun mal marco. El kwapo mal marco. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring the other deputy political leader. Oh, yes. Before I bring him on, I have to announce, that was remiss of me. What you all have been waiting for is coming on the 7th. Okay. We are going to have this massive rally that we were supposed to have on the boulevard, but now we have changed the location. Avec Soukwe Nouale Blag. On the 7th of September, the United Workers' Party will be hosting that massive rally in Micoud. And how appropriate. Because après l'élection, c'est ça, il y a tout constituency, c'est ici. Micoud. So I say, coup, UWP Kai by SLP. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will bring on the deputy political leader, the other deputy political leader of the United Workers' Party to close the show for you tonight. Ladies, okay, I mentioned the Sunday Live. Hold on, guy. I mentioned the Sunday Live, but they told me I didn't tell you where. And I see Dominic there watching me on the side. So, before I get into trouble, let me let you know, the Sunday Live for next week is going to be held in Ancillary, so be sure that you are there, because you will be joining the other deputy political leader who will definitely be returned to the Parliament of St. Lucia. So now, I want to introduce to you our final speaker for the night. Ladies and gentlemen, let's right the wrong. Let's do the right thing. Let's welcome the right guy. Guy Joseph, who will finally close the meeting for tonight. He will address you, our deputy political leader. Simply the best.
Give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak the language of love like you know what it means. And it can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met.
Good night, Flabo supporters. Good night to everyone following us on social media and in the diaspora. It's a pleasure to be in Sulphur City tonight with our colleague Herod Stanislas. You know, Soufriere is one of the most special places in St. Lucia. I think everywhere around the world, Soufriere is known. And because Soufriere is so important in the scheme of things in St. Lucia, we cannot have the level of incompetent people who are representing Soufriere today. We need to right the wrong and bring back Herod Stanislas. Now I bring you greetings from Castries Southeast and from the political leader of the United Workers' Party, who is presently out of Ireland. But you know, if there are two places that he loves in St. Lucia, it is Micoud and Soufriere. But I know he loves the whole of St. Lucia, but he has a special love for Soufriere, because that is where he really started his political career. And remember, he told you it was time to believe. It did not happen the first time, but it happened eventually. And so tonight, as we reflect upon where we are, where we have found ourselves, and what has happened to our beloved country, we know that we have a failed government. We have a government who do not have the capacity to govern this country. But I will zero in on Soufriere for a little bit tonight, because we are in Soufriere. Emma has failed you, and she has failed Soufriere miserably. She has failed St. Lucia. Never before have we had a commerce minister as incompetent as Emma Hippolyte has been? You would think that as a woman, that Emma would have an appreciation for the Ministry of Commerce and what is needed. I mean, if she didn't know what to do, Bradley is in the parliament. She could have asked Bradley for a couple of ideas because Bradley was a brilliant minister of commerce under the United Workers' Party government. And so tonight I want us to know that we have a team of competent men and women in the United Workers' Party. We don't have learners. We have drivers. Okay? You know they have people, before you get your license, you go to driving school and you learn to drive. The government we have there, they went to driving school and they still can't drive. Now, Bradley served us the first time in cabinet. And Bradley did a great job in the Ministry of Commerce. We hear about supply chain issues. Après COVID a fini comme l'année. Bradley nous pas jamais ten shortage. Fan first sick ek diwi. The basic staples that are required in any family. There was all kinds of problems in the world with shipping, with production. Yet still, Bradley was able to maneuver and manage in a crisis. And St. Lucia never had a shortage when we had COVID. And that is why Choiseul, a boundary constituency, Choiseul did the right thing at the last election. They re-elected Bradley. And I know Choiseul will re-elect Bradley again. Now, yes, he will be flexing by the next elections again. Now, back to Emma. How can St. Vincent have rice, flour, and sugar? Martinique has, Dominica has, everywhere in the Caribbean, there's no shortage. St. Lucia have a shortage. Ou pa wè se Emma ki problem la? How can it be? The Labour Party is a crisis by themselves. They don't need nobody to help them create a crisis. When there's no crisis anywhere in the world, the Labour Party creates a crisis because the Labour Party is a crisis. I mean, look at it. You telling me a woman allow bread, the price, banusa, pepa mute pa katnwe, eme sengo sa. You double the price of bread on poor people in this country when the Labour Party mantra is bread, freedom, and justice. So you hear bread la. There's no freedom in this country. Tout moun pe. And I come into the courts. They don't have no justice. So Labour has failed in everything. And if you follow the youth rally, you mène un jeune homme, première fois y entre en politics, pour remind Labour Party qui sa Labour Party established pour bread, freedom, and justice. So Pierre don't know what the Labour Party stands for. Ou savez Richard, yo di pa Labour. Ma have sa ye. Ek moi king la ek an chemise bleu à dans meeting rouge. You ever see foolishness like this? People cannot even believe themselves. You don't know if you're red or if you're blue and you want to control this country. Now, back to Emma. Emma said, Emma, as the Minister of Commerce, in charge of the affairs of the ministry, went to Parliament, had Philip J. Pierre present something to tell us they're giving us 70 items VAT-free. But gade ma chose la le ba fe ba wa. He has zero rate, he has exempt, ou ka fe zero rated. What's the difference? Si pan VAT asui. Now, there's a technical explanation for zero rated and exempt. But that doesn't affect the price. I challenge any St. Lucian. It took effect on the 2nd of August. What is the date today? Tell me where the prices have changed in the supermarket on the 70 items they talk about. The prices have actually increased. And I heard them. They said they're now going to correct it because Flambeau spoke about it. Yotie vat en le plipiti tin tuna fish la. Ek plipiti bouteille l'huile la, ek tout l'esta l'huile ni vat en le. You see, St. Lucia, we can be Flambeaus, we can be Labours, we don't support any party. But we must never allow ourselves to be fooled by people who are more foolish than us. Pierre trop sot pour hot quitter Pierre Quene hot Saint-Lucie. You know, my father used to have something saying. Pierre qui dernier pion Adam. You know, how can we, intelligent people, university graduates, secondary school teachers, secondary school children, we cannot do basic things for ourselves. We have to let a politician think for us. So perhaps we buy po bese en supermarket la. You're not seeing that the prices have not changed. In fact, from the time Emma became Minister of Commerce, the cost of living has been increasing every month on the people of St. Lucia. You know what they're contemplating now? Increasing the age for you to get your pension. So après ou haka mo avant draw. You vle met l'âge la pli ho pour make sure pas draw. And I want St. Lucians to remember, it was Kenny Anthony and the Labour Party, Philip J. Pierre, Mario Michel, and all the gang of them. They were the ones who removed pension for public servants. When a public servant had attained the age of 55, you qualified for your pension as a government worker. You know what the Labour Party did? They took out the pension and they put it on NIC. So, même si you retire at 55, un peut espérer 65 pour commencer draw. So, qui how ka fait between lot 10 years la. So, coming back to Emma again, because we are in Soufriere. Remember the secret deal? Now, Bradley wasn't at the last parliament, from what I understood. You are there? Oh, okay. Happy belated birthday. Monsieur Hill. Idi pièson pa mutwe agreement that yo ka loué pot la pou yon dollar. Now in a real country, this minister would have had to resign forthwith. You remember what happened to Boris as the Prime Minister of the UK? During COVID, he had to step down as Prime Minister. You have a man who calls himself the Deputy Prime Minister. And he comes to the Parliament and he challenges Alan Chasney. Now, here's the agreement. Idi pièson pa mutwe ya papier ko yo list pot la pou $1. London Registration Act, date 11th August 2025. Dated 40th day of April 2024. Leased by Charles III to GPH. And the map sheet is 0848D and the parcel number is 181. And on page 3, clause 7, it says, the rent payable shall be at the peppercorn rate of $1 EC per annum. The rents for the demised premises and paid at the commencement of each year. Now, we have the second set of papers. You know, when you have title to something, they give you like a deed of sale. Yo kabaw papia pou mutwe no kimun. Land register. Here who the land register is on. GPH St. Lucia Limited. Bon, sa pa tout. An gade ki moun ki te avoka. Because yo kavin mati. Même Tadias la ki di, sou men nan TV son lot pays ou sa prevole ticket de portboud ek passe TV ale. Bon badou sa ma paye yo. Yo havre delet avocat pour se jou sa. La la ti boug yo kouye Nikolai Lansiko. Brete parle about. Dimanche, non. Mardi bon matin, au moins, avant police arrive, il vient délivrer un lettre. Yo dit moi 6 or 16. Now, bah si 16 là c'est mort. Eh bien, si c'est pas parler. So, when they say more, you take a parle about, but more I parle. Okay? When the Nikolai Lansi kote a sous payroll, il a sous timesheet, Namalko. Ma have killed. Léo dit moi, est-ce même nom la ka travail, Labor Department. Moi dis non, peut-être ça l'autre monde. Mais il s'en sait because il va l'être avocat. Et tant que moun qui avocat, j'ai dit. So, ou changer Alison Jante voué l'être pour dire qu'il y a l'audience. Moi still can't pay your file case yo because moi même ni case moi pour file tout. You see, people do their crookedness. They get involved in corrupt activities. And when you call them out, they deny it. But I want St. Lucia to know, this guy Joseph has been in politics from 2005. 20 years, Labour Party has been on my case. Et you pose a file en case. Villain! You have it tout le monde. And they sent a young lady. And the lady was speaking in Dennery. And person ba pronounce now. So when they premier bite for politics, they teach moun to pronounce now, so you pas faire mistake. But I spoke about a Delilah coming. Manomeno piasana, mwe Delilah kavini. So muna claim that he said Delilah. So he said Delilah, mwe say Samson. Now, if the projector was working, when I do gather tibu gomwe, ek maybe do but bomwe la. Ek di mwen ki leski ni pli muscles ko Samson. Si se mwen, ebe si se bebe. Because you hati ezie yak you hakupe shivei. So, I tell them already, I deal with real issues. But the young lady is so off that she makes it look as if Samson was the bad person and Delilah was the good person. You see how distorted the thinking of these labor rights are? So if I got there, according say Delilah kite bon. Because they licky Delilah. So even prekuai mwen. C'est pas kouai bo po kouai bebe Ronald. You might have taken the strength of Bebe and Ronald and others, not this guy. Ou po jeme prekouai mwen. Bon. As a woman, be careful when you go on the platform what you say about Guy Joseph. Because Guy Joseph will respond. And I will respond to the equivalent of what is said. Because I am no Samson. So, the young lady gave a speech, and I will deal with that one of these days. 98% of the speech were lies. And I can prove what I am saying there. For a new person coming into the political arena, for the first time you get to give a speech, and almost every single thing you said was a lie. Said that we say we're not going to pay CXC for students. Say we're going to cut out the facility fees. What we said is that, why are you paying for people who can afford, and the people who cannot afford, you paying for? So a man working, he and his wife working, they're making $20,000 a month. They have one child going to school. You paying the same 4 CXs for the unemployed mother with 3 children going to school. Is that fair? Is that equity? I am not in government. Herod is not in government. Bradley is in the opposition. We are still paying CXCs for students today, despite the government paying for CXCs for them. So you think we stupid too? I have been paying CXCs for people Now, I know some I paid for that I don't even want to mention because yo kay do ka we poche yo hodia. So I kite sa. They have some who on the Labour Party platform, I help pay school for them. But you see, today, they want to make it look like Flabo is against the people. It has always been Flabo who support education in this country. When the Labour Party cut out school transportation, it was the United Workers' Party who reintroduced school transport. So, you want to win elections, except mati ou ka vin mati bay moun? Ou po sa di yon bay ou kay fe? Let me tell you, even her voice is fake. All of us who knows her, knows that her manner of speaking is fake. Now, si ou pa sa même parler naturel, c'est moun kay sa représenter naturel. Now, Emma did not tell us what the deal was in Soufriere. But I want the people of St. Lucia to know that according to the agreement, and I want to read one section, 3.4. As part of the concession agreement, Global Port Holding Limited will pay the government of St. Lucia through SLASPA a concession fee of $1 per person for the first 7 years of this agreement. So nous te ka fait $6.50 à sous chaque passager. Pourtant ça, yo bayot whole port là pour $1. Nous te ka fait $6, yo pou $6 nou, yo bay GPH li ek yo ka ban nou $1. Ek yo hose pou ya pour $12, solid waste ka hen 150. Gouvernement ka hen $1 ek GPH ka hen $10. And Emma said she made a secret deal. Now, here is the worst part of everything that has happened there to us. And St. Lucia, everybody who goes to the port today knows the problems to clear things. I have school bags, notebooks, iPads. Mile kol haka ouve. Nou pasa tiye a sou port la. Every day is a different story. Now, Tansa, you can lue whole port la. They are renting the entire port to GPH for $1. But here's what they propose for containers. And I'm going to read Amendment to St. Lucia and Seaports Authority regulations to introduce a container congestion charge. Here's the proposal. The proposal for the consideration of Cabinet is to amend the St. Lucia and Seaports Authority Seaport Tariff Regulation to introduce a congestion charge of $50 per container per day. 50 US a day. Now, a 40-foot container occupies 320 square feet. That's 135 EC dollars. They stack the containers 4 high. So when you put 4 containers together, they are going to collect $570 for 320 square feet. May you whole pot la by GPH pour $1 par l'année. Ou ka di mwen Pierre Stevenson King, Richard Frederick, Emma Hippolyte, Kinson. the whole cabinet must answer to the people of St. Lucia when the United Workers' Party comes back into government. Now, yes, you have to pay customs over time. Si maintenant ki fini la, you announce, des jours yo pat kay deliver containers. Ek yo kay deliver samedi. Say yeah. Now, when the candidate for Labour for Castries Southeast want to come and challenge me, I want her to tell the people when she go on the market step, what PR she was doing for GPH. Because you are involved in the deal. So you know what went on. You are the PRO for GPH. So tell us what you know. Always affair guy. Guy can take care of his business. You want to represent the people of St. Lucia? Tell them what you know and tell them whether you support the GPH deal or not. Because it is time that we understand that this Labour Party is out to destroy St. Lucia. Now, si vous partez quoi Soufriere en dedans. Here's what she says. The redevelopment of Castries Cruise Port. Application by GPH Limited for tourism incentives. Cabinet conclusion number 67 of 29 January 2024. And here's what this says. The project by GPH Limited in conjunction with the government be declared an approved undertaking pursuant to Schedule 3 of the VAT Act, which means 100% waiver of customs duties on building materials and equipment. But here's what they say. The provision of recreational facilities. And what they are not telling us is the places. And Soufriere is in it. So what has GPH done in Soufriere? So who is collecting the money when the tourists come to Soufriere? You see what is happening in St. Lucia now, Mama Soufriere. What pa ka las fe moun mustipe en le hot? Now, so far, I have one set of the agreements, but the concession agreement talks about 3 other properties. Number 8 and 57, block and parcel 0848C. A while ago I dealt with D. This is C. The list number is 8 and 57, block and parcel 0848C, parcel number 81. Block 0848D, parcel number 181, which is what I dealt with. But there's also another parcel of 182. So, gouvernement, we need to ask Philip J. Pierre, Stevenson King, and the Labour Party, how much property does GPH have for the $1? You see what is happening? But you want to crucify Alan Chasney for 200 acres of land in Vieux-Fort qui patena yasui passe sep. That was not generating $1. But you give GPH land for $1, where when one container is on the port, you are required to pay $50 US a day. So imagine, place la yon container ko occupy la. Pour yon l'année, et bien pour yon jour, ka paye pour 50 years, si GPH fait 50 years à support la. How can a government be so wicked? How can a government dislike its own people so much? And I want the Labour Party to challenge me and say that the information I have presented here is not true. Because they tried it on Ireland. But they don't know. We don't lie. And we don't speak when we do not have the information to back up what we are saying. I told you, the committee recommended by way of an interim report the rejection of the GPH proposal, which was presented to the cabinet for approval on the basis that it does not represent the best economic and financial option for the country over the next 30 years. Moreover, that is what the Ministry of Finance told the Prime Minister. Moreover, that SLASPA has, subsequent to the receipt of the GPH proposal, developed a master plan for Castries Seaport, which it intends to use as a guide to develop the seaports. Negotiations with prospective investors will therefore be based upon the master plan. So, a bag gouvernement flabo, nous te have a whole plan pour développer Port Castries, Port Soufriere, and a new cruise port in Vieux-Fort. The Ministry of Finance, Pierre qui appoint committee a cabinet, I wait for the advice of the experts. Huh? Pas ça été dit nous pour Covid. Pas li ka di police ça pour faire. So ces experts là oui pas bon style fait. Ou pour essayer mentir ou ka mentir by Jean Saint-Lucie. Out conveniently you come and you say one thing, but you do something completely different. Because they told you it's a bad deal. They told you it's not good for St. Lucia. But you still went ahead with it. Mr. Prime Minister, why are you selling out our country? And the lawyer was Thaddeus Antoine. The person who signed on behalf of GPH was Sean Matthews. Now, moi dit yo, les mois gouvernement m'a fait deal avec Pierson. Sean was GM when I was minister. He was involved in negotiations with asphalt and mining. But you know what? Because they have nothing on me, because I never made a deal with nobody in government. But Sean is a sellout. As a former GM of SLASPA, to go into an arrangement like this, you know the value of the port to St. Lucia. You join with a foreign company. And then you allow our ports to be given away for $1. Ek wookie sign buy company. These people have no regard for this country. They have just used this country to advance themselves, but they will sell us out as soon as they get a chance. Ek mwen vle Labour Party a di, information yo ni about Gaila, I bal yo. Because you know what? I've always told them in St. Lucia, I stand clean. I don't trust nobody enough to make a bubble with them. Okay? That's why I don't make bubble in my life. I live within my means. I work hard for what I have. And I want them to know that I will never sell out St. Lucia. A United Workers' Party will never sell out St. Lucia. And in closing, I want to tell you, Spider is here, he can bear me witness on that. Les Stevenson King Vini cabinet who buy Ministry of Education building by a businessman a ville Kikamawadli. C'est ça qui clé ces t-shirts là by la levy, the blue shirts. When he came to cabinet and he said he want to exchange the Ministry of Education building for the building on Brazil Street, I said, Steve, you must be mad. We have one building. One businessman owned almost the whole block. We have one building, the corner building. You want to give it for a building on the river? Said that's not happening. Spider didn't support him. We opposed it in cabinet. You know what he did? Well, I don't know if it's he, but one of them who supported it called the businessman and tell the businessman, guy, prevent your thing from going through. So the man called me. He tell me, I heard you block my thing. I tell him, yes, I block your thing because you have the whole block already. Your building gouvernement ni la baou yanko. So whole Castro suppose say ça. You know what he said to me? I like you because you are a man of your word. That's what the businessman said to me. Because you know what? We cannot put ourselves up for public office to represent the interest of the people of the country. And the soonest opportunity we get, we do a sellout. This Labour Party is dirty. What they have done is more than criminal. What they have done to this country. You just go and me, Hodia, you bien contre servi, même choter for your bill, because that's part of the building where the courthouse is going. The halls of justice, the same Ministry of Education building. Ou I get pour $14 million. Ek ou I buy NH li pour même $1. I vin ek papier. C'est pas pot la yon yo buy bouillon dollar. You see what Philip J. Pierre is doing to this country? And people want to tell you, oh, he foolish. He not foolish. He's selling us out and he pretending as if he is foolish. So I tell them, I'm saying to us, we have one chance to make it right. My colleagues have spoken about crime. Crime is out of control and this government can do nothing about crime. As long as Richard Frederick is in the cabinet of St. Lucia, you will continue to have an escalation of criminal activity. St. Lucia, do not be fooled. Who savez vous lady c'est flambeau qui cap promote crime? La ban criminal la flambeau. We don't have no criminals in the United Workers' Party. Criminal la qui te la nou fire. Labour Party qui dit c'est criminal. Ek mwen still di yo. Who is the next murderer that is likely to be the next Prime Minister of St. Lucia? Philip J. Pierre, I will continue to ask you this question until you decide to answer that question. Because hot ni portwe ek hot fe portwe anwe. Me hot sav portwe ki moun hot me la avant hot couvert portwe. You see, I don't want to tell you and I don't show you, you know. Look it on the manifesto of 2011. Could a murderer be the next Prime Minister of St. Lucia? And then, I heard Lady Janice, moi yo ka circulate about me, more connect ko parole sa sorti. But, Misaki print. One picture on one side, Stevenson King. Next picture, Lady Janice. And the question is, who threatened Lady Janice? Pas moi qui fait, hein? King bends over for Wycliffe. Pas moi qui met Labour Party. Today, all of you all in the same bed sleeping, so you all think St. Lucians forget what you all did? Huh? Mondezi qui toujours là qui parle papi show by Labour. Mi on n'y pas toi là. another creditor demands payment from Minister Mondesi. So I want the people to understand what we are saying about these people. We were not the ones who said it first. The Labour Party told you that these people were dangerous. Et vous savez, toutes ces flambeaux qui partent bon, you are head Labour. Our party has been purged. And now we have a brilliant team of men and women to lead the United Workers' Party. And I tell you, when you elect Alan Chasney and the United Workers' Party, we will put this country back on the right path. May God bless you and have a good night.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was the right guy. But probably on Monday, that is tomorrow night, like it is, you'll be joining me with the man Kakal. That's the newest kid on the block. On Tuesday at 10, we will have the press briefing from the United Workers' Party. On Thursday morning from 9 o'clock, meet the opposition. Meet the government in waiting. And on Sunday, we go into Ancillary for the next Flabo Live, that is next Sunday. And on the 7th of September, we will show the force of the United Workers' Party when we go down to Micoud for our massive rally where all of us are going to be there. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you who turned out tonight. I want, before we end, to thank those of you in the diaspora who always join us religiously. I hope you have a very wonderful, I see, is that June? That's right. Welcome. That's somebody from the diaspora. I want you to have a wonderful activity, Labor Day. It's a pity I cannot be there. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank those who are listening around St. Lucia. And of course, come the 7th, you will get the complete slate of candidates. All of them will be in Micoud, so you cannot miss that. You must be there too. We had a wonderful night tonight. Keep listening to the United Workers' Party because Labour is a blight and it is UWP that will make the light shine bright. Ladies and gentlemen, get home safely. All the best to you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a wonderful week this coming week. Thank you and God bless. We would like to ask all of you to head home straight because there is a weather